Hello and welcome to another video. Today has been really tough. I had painsomnia for pretty much the entire night last night. It took me a long time to get to sleep, and then I was awake a lot during the night feeling sick because I was in so much pain. And by about 6:30 a.m. I'd just kind of given up, and I sat up and I ate some rice cakes that I have by my bed so I could take some painkillers. They didn't do anything, but I thought it was worth a try. I didn't even really doze after that because once I've kind of sat up and woken up, it's impossible for me to get back to sleep. I dozed for a little bit this afternoon, but our lounge is still being redecorated. There was building work, drilling, so it was kind of impossible to sleep even if I was that way inclined. So I am exhausted. It's just been one of those days where as soon as I woke up, I just thought, I can't wait until this day is over. And I know that's not a healthy way to think, and I don't like to think that, but some days you can't help it because they're just so filled with pain and fatigue that you just want them to be over. But two things saved it from being a complete disaster. Number one, new Game of Thrones episode, which was amazing. Some serious, what? Moments. But it was really good. I can't believe there's only 2 episodes left in this season. I'm going to be so sad when they're over. And second thing was that my Topshop order got delivered today. Haven't had the energy to open it or try anything on, so I might do that tomorrow if I've got the energy, or the day after. So those two things together saved today from being a complete disaster. So that's a good thing. I've just had dinner, so I'm just going to have a really early night and hope that I get more sleep than I did last night. I woke up today feeling really angsty because, again, I didn't sleep very well last night, and this time it was my GI symptoms keeping me awake. For some reason I had a really bad burping, dry heaving flare up. I never know really what to call them when it happens, but anyway, I had one and it stopped me sleeping a lot, which just just really frustrating. I kind of woke up in the morning. Sorry, it keeps going really light and dark in here because I've got the blinds down really low because it's really bright outside and I got a bit of a headache. What was I saying? I can't remember. Oh yes, when I woke up in the morning I just felt so annoyed and just really fed up with everything. But once I'd eaten breakfast, I started not to feel as bad as I did yesterday, so that was really good. And I really wanted to have a shower and wash my hair because I was feeling really gross and disgusting, and once I did that I actually felt a lot better. And it's kind of warm today, so I'm having one of my ice lollies that I made from the organic blackcurrants that we got when we went to the organic food shop. Must have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. I have had quite a few of these before now, but this is the first one that I remember to show you. So this is what it looks like, and it tastes really good, so I'm definitely gonna try and get some more and do it again. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this, and I'm gonna watch Downton Abbey because that's what I watch when I just need to switch my brain off, so that's what I'm gonna do. I've noticed a big drop in my mental health the last couple of days. It sort of started over the weekend and has kind of continued next week. I have a big hospital appointment with an NHS specialist, and the last time I had a real severe bout of depression was before my last NHS specialist appointment. Different specialists, but the same sort of thing, and so I'm thinking that that probably has something to do with it. So I've brought forward my next counselling session. It was supposed to be next Wednesday, but I've brought it forward to this Friday, which I think will be good. And to be honest, I'm not sure reading The Handmaid's Tale is really helping, because let's be honest, it's not a happy story. So I think what I'm going to do is I might start something on my Kindle that's just a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to read. I think I might read an Agatha Christie, because you can't go wrong with one of those. They don't take long to read and they're just really good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I sleep better than the last couple of nights. I think if I do, again, that will probably help my mental health. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow, both mentally and physically. It's been a morning full of deliveries today. I got a big delivery of medication from Breakspear, just refill the stuff that I need. And then I got a delivery from Bulk Powders, which is not somewhere I've bought from before. But I needed some more stevia, and a few people had recommended that this was a good place to get it from. And then I also got some coconut flour, because someone told me that they made pancakes with coconut flour, coconut water and eggs. And I thought that sounded like a really nice recipe and something that I'd like to try. I don't get a lot of variety in my diet at all. I can hear my parents, especially my dad, like laughing at me because I don't get any variety really. And that's just because the diet I'm on is so restrictive, you know, no gluten, no sugar, no natural sugar. It's very difficult to vary. So the pancake seemed like a good thing that I could try. I think it'll be interesting. So I had a sauna this afternoon. I was debating doing some yoga, but I didn't have the energy for that really, so I thought a sauna would be a good compromise because I wanted to do something. So I did that, and I've just taken my early evening tablets, and I'm about to try something that I am really, really nervous for. I'm about to try glutathione again. And this will be the third glutathione product I've tried. I've tried it orally in its natural flavour, which made me feel very, very sick. I've tried it through an IV, which just made me feel very, very sick again. I'm not sure this is going to be any different, but this is the last option, basically. It's a watermelon flavoured, a natural watermelon flavoured version of the oral product. Like I said, I don't think it's going to make any difference in terms of how sick it makes me feel, but I need to take glutathione. It's essential for me to take glutathione. I have a gene mutation, which means my body doesn't produce it naturally, like a normal person would. And it's one of the reasons that Lyme disease has caused me to be so sick. So I have to take it some way or another. And this is the last option I have. So my Lyme doctor sent me a couple of samples, a couple of little sachets, and if it works out, then I can order some myself. It's only one tiny little serving, so hopefully it won't have too much of an effect because it has a kind of a cumulative effect for me. So if I keep taking it for about a week, then it really starts to make me feel very, very, very ill, and I can't really eat at all. So it's not going to be that bad straight away. Admittedly, I do have an antiemetic now that I take, so maybe that will help, but I'm not sure. So here we go. I'll report back and tell you how it goes. Well, that had a much stronger taste than I was expecting. My mouth's tingling now. That always makes me really anxious because that's one of the first symptoms of anaphylactic shock. But there's no peanuts in it. It specifically says that, so it shouldn't give me anaphylactic shock. Anyway, it had a really strong flavour, like a really strong citrus flavour. I guess they loaded it with watermelon flavour because the natural flavouring of it is kind of like rotten eggs. Very, very sulphury. So if they want to make it taste anything different, they obviously have to make it taste really strongly of something else. I mean, it went down all right. It definitely still had a bit of the eggy, sulphury taste. And I'm getting a bit of it now on the back of my throat. So I'll just have to wait and see how it makes me feel. Just hoping so much it doesn't make me feel really sick. I'll be fine. Whatever happens, I'll survive. Well, I didn't suffer any too drastic symptoms in response to the glutathione I took yesterday. Had a little bit of extra nausea in the afternoon and evening, but nothing major at all. It was totally bearable. And I took it at the same time today, so I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But I think the only way I'm going to know is if I actually order some and take it for an extended period of time, such as a week or two. It's only then that I'll really know if I'm going to get the side effect that I had the last time. Today has been a really busy day, actually. I had counselling in the morning today, which is actually extremely unusual. I don't think I've ever had it in the morning before, but it was a rearranged session. I really needed one this week. So the session I had today was really, really good. I felt so much better afterwards. And then in the afternoon I had a shower and washed my hair, which was really nice, especially after the counselling session because it was really intense and I just feel like showers are such a cleansing experience, you know. So I felt quite rejuvenated afterwards, which was nice. Gonna have an early night. Hope I sleep well. I actually slept really well last night. The best I've slept in a couple of weeks. So I think that was the reason that I was able to do so much today. It's constantly amazed me how much difference a good night's sleep can make. Hopefully that happens again tonight. Well, I'm not sure what I can say about the last 2 days because they've just been very, very weird. I woke up yesterday morning with a really, really bad headache. Although I do wake up with a lot of muscle pain, it usually dissipates in the morning when I stretch and move about a little bit. That didn't happen yesterday. It actually only got worse. And it didn't feel like my usual type of headache, if that makes sense, i.e. the type of headache I get because of the jaw pain. It was much more the type of headache I associate with my nerve pain. From about 7 p.m. onwards, my headache was slightly better. But then, as the evening wore on, I started to feel really sick and I was burping and dry heaving a lot, which obviously doesn't help with feeling sick. That was really, really bad as I was trying to go to sleep. And actually I couldn't lie down because it was so uncomfortable to be lying down flat. So I had to prop myself up on pillows. I couldn't get to sleep for ages and I kept waking up in the night feeling sick. So obviously it wasn't a good night. But then today I'm not feeling nearly as fatigued, weirdly. I'm not in nearly as much pain. So it just... Lyme does not make any sense, I swear. I don't know whether the headache and then the nausea was because of the glutathione that I took 2 days in a row this week. Maybe it was toxins coming out. Maybe it was just a side effect of it. I don't know. All I can say is that I'm so glad I'm feeling better today. Okay, so I'm finally going to try on my Topshop order. Hopefully I'll get through everything before my energy runs out. Okay, so this is number 1 and I do like it. I think it would be nice over leggings, which is pretty much all I'm planning on wearing this winter. I don't do jeans because they're too uncomfortable. Yeah, I think it's nice. This is number 2. I think I like this one better than the other one. I was a bit worried because this is actually a tall version of it because this is all they had, but I think it works fine. And deja vu, I mean, I feel that very accurately describes my life. I really like this one as well. Definitely going to keep this one. And this is the last one. You may notice this breaks completely with my black and white theme. I'm not sure about the colour, to be honest. It's a lot darker red in real life than it was in the picture. I don't know. I think I'll have to wait and see what my mum says when I show her when she gets back. We'll see. I think I'll probably just end up keeping them. Whew, okay, done now. Time for rest. Well, today has been much better than yesterday, miraculously, after the terrible night I had last night. But hey, I'm not complaining. Hopefully I sleep better tonight than I did last night. By this point, yesterday I was feeling really sick, and I'm not feeling sick so far, so hopefully that means I will sleep better. Today marks the end of another week, the end of another video. I think it's been a pretty good week, very up and down, much like the last one really. Some days have been good, some days have been really bad. I'm quite nervous about next week because it's going to be a really busy one. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you again next week. Bye!